This is Nikola Jokic as a kid. And this is him now. How can a guy go from drinking coke and eating fast food all day to becoming the NBA's most valuable player 3 consecutive times? Not even LeBron managed to do this. Nikola Jokic's rise is one of the most incredible stories in NBA history. So today we're going to cover how the Joker went from riding horses in Serbia to dominating in the highest basketball league. And in order to do that, we have to start by reviewing Nikola's interesting childhood. Jokic was born in 1995 in the city of Sombor in the northern part of Serbia. He grew up in a cramped 2-bedroom apartment that housed his whole family, including his parents, his grandmother, and his 2 older brothers, 𝘼𝙗𝙤𝙪 and 𝘾𝙤𝙤𝙪. Jokic developed a love for basketball early in his life, since 𝘼𝙗𝙤𝙪, the oldest brother, played basketball in Europe and 𝘾𝙤𝙤𝙪, the second oldest, played college basketball at the University of Detroit Mercy. Furthermore, Nikola also loved horse racing as a child and competed as an amateur, a passion he still holds today. But despite his passion for basketball, Jokic wasn't your typical hardworking NBA prospect. He was quite the opposite. He was lazy. But the worst thing of all was his diet. It is said that Nikola drank up to 1 gallon of coke every single day and constantly consumed fast food and high-calorie foods like borek, a pastry typical in Eastern Europe. Conclusively, Jokic was out of shape. He was unathletic and weighed almost 300 pounds, leaving him with no endurance, speed or agility. In an interview he said, "I couldn't even do 1 single push-up." But despite his poor physical condition, Jokic had one thing that fuels him up to this day. He hated losing. Jokic under the court. This character trait seemed to be quite advantageous and continues to bring him benefits to this day. Jokic played basketball in the Serbian league, and despite his body being a complete wreck, he was a rather dominant figure. Due to his large frame, he managed to grab many rebounds both on offense and on defense. But that didn't seem enough to attract the eyes of NBA scouts. So Nikola decided to subscribe to this channel and afterwards was finally able to claim a spot in the NBA. So you should do the same. It would really help me out. But now, let's move on with Jokic's NBA career. That would mean we start with his draft, right? Well, yes, but Nikola Jokic wasn't even there when his name was called. In fact, he wasn't even in the USA. He was sleeping at home in Serbia. That's right, this man, the reigning MVP, was taking a nap during his draft. But it didn't even matter, because when his name was announced, a Taco Bell ad was shown and therefore we have no footage of how Jokic was drafted to the NBA. Man, what a disaster. Anyways, Jokic was selected by the Denver Nuggets with the 41st overall pick in the 2014 NBA draft. So this is where the fun begins.
Martin bounce pass to Joker, give it go, what a pass! Rebound on the weak side, blocked by Jokic!
Well, at least that's what one would assume, but there's another problem. Jokic didn't play until 1 year after he was drafted. Because of injury? Nope. Nikola wasn't sure if he even wanted to play in the NBA. Until then, basketball was more of a hobby for him. He preferred taking part in horse races and really could not tell if he was ready to fully commit to the NBA. His love for horses was simply greater than his love for basketball. Can you believe this? This guy managed to reach the NBA, is able to make millions by playing basketball and thinks twice about doing so. Anyways, later on, Jokic decided to pursue an NBA career, and from there on, things went upwards. In his rookie season, the Joker did good, but he surely wasn't outstanding. He averaged almost 10 points, 7 rebounds and 2.4 assists per game and finished 3rd in the Rookie of the Year voting. In the next season in 2016 and 17, Jokic got more minutes to play and improved his game a lot. Now that he decided to fully commit to the NBA, he was ready to work for it. His coaches heavily assisted him in changing his diet and also his body. He put in long workouts almost every day and it paid off. Nikola lost many pounds and gained a better overall condition. He wasn't exhausted as fast now and therefore could play more minutes on the court with more energy. Jokic was no star player yet, but he proved to be of value for the Nuggets. And moreover, Jokic developed a different skill.
Jokic doubled. He finds Gordon. Gordon for three.
It's at the elbow. One-on-one. Kick out three, Monte.
He had acquired a great vision. He found passes, had great positioning, and saw plays before anyone else did. Ultimately, his team benefited largely from it, which showed in the Nuggets' increased efficiency. But now the franchise had a different problem. Both Nikola Jokic and 𝘲𝙗 Nurkic played in the center position. Nurkic was upset since he got less minutes to play due to Jokic and thought that only one center should be the focus for a team. When asked about it, he said, "It is possible to develop 2 point guards together, but 2 centers? That doesn't work." Conclusively, he requested to either be the main center of the Nuggets or to be traded. And this is where the Nuggets made the right decision.
Jokic coming in. Over the shoulder to Gordon. What a beauty. Jokic backs up for the win. Yeah!
Nurkic was traded to Portland and Jokic now had nothing standing in his way to become the Nuggets star player. That year, he finished as one of the finalists for the Most Improved Player award. Throughout the next seasons, Jokic became the face of the team. The Nuggets built their team around him. This was necessary since Jokic had a unique skill set. He was a large center who had the ability to find passes anywhere, grab many rebounds, and also get buckets in the paint. Later on, he also developed into a solid shooter, averaging almost 35% from the three-point line. This gave him a unique spot as a guard center. Many teams tried this before, but without success. However, for Denver, this strategy paid off. In the 2018-2019 season, the Nuggets claimed the 2nd seed in the Eastern Conference playoffs. Furthermore, Jokic achieved an astonishing feat. One season earlier, in 2017-2018, he recorded the quickest triple-double in NBA history by scoring 16 points, 11 rebounds and 12 assists in just 14 minutes. This was an incredible night for Nikola, but in 2020 he really started cooking.
His hook pass under to Gordon, and he ties it up at 120. Jokic to beat the clock, fires a three, got it!
On July 9, 2018, Jokic signed a 5-year, $145 million maximum contract extension with the Nuggets. Therefore, it was clear that he was going to stay with the Nuggets. Both the team and he as an individual kept on improving. In the 2020 and 21 season, Jokic was now averaging 26.4 points, 10.8 rebounds and 8.3 assists. The Joker was born, and what once started as a lazy role player developed into an NBA superstar. For his regular season performance, Jokic won the NBA Most Valuable Player award. In doing so, he became the first center to win the award since Shaquille O'Neal in 2000. He also became the first Serbian player to do so. Anyways, now Nikola was on everyone's radar. Some people still blamed the Joker for not being as muscular as a typical center, to which he coldly replied, "The only muscles you need in basketball are the ones in your brain." And if you watch him play, you certainly can say that this holds some truth.
He's looking for Davis. Got it back, left hand slinger, and Green scores.
Are you still here? You better be, because he's still got 2 more MVPs to go. If you enjoyed the video so far, consider subscribing to the channel. It would mean the world to me. Now back to Jokic. In the 2021-2022 season, Nikola continued to dominate. The Joker was in better shape than ever. He lost all his unnecessary fat, improved his shooting and ball handling abilities, and made the Nuggets an even more efficient team. His stats were still at the top of the league. He again was able to increase his scoring average to over 27 points and his rebounds to over 13 rebounds per game. Therefore, a second MVP title seemed inevitable. And that's exactly what happened. Jokic won his 2nd consecutive MVP and still wasn't done. The next year, Jokic agreed to a 5-year, $264 million supermax contract extension with the Nuggets, making it the richest deal in NBA history. So not only did he dominate the league, but also made some very big money. But Nikola never cared about this much. He always just wanted his team to win.
Oh no! What a pass to KCP! What a pass by Jokic!
Finally, in 2023, Nikola Jokic is looking to win his third consecutive MVP. By the time I record this video, the winner hasn't been decided yet, but it's pretty clear that the Joker is taking it home. And if not, you can blame me in the comments and tell me what a clown I am. Anyways, not only Nikola, but also his team is performing at their highest level. The Nuggets claimed the first seed in the Western Conference this year, and already advanced to the second round by defeating the Timberwolves. Do they have a shot at the title? Write a comment if you like. But now, I'd like to take a step back and talk about why Jokic has reached this level of greatness. It's not because of his insane athletic ability or his physical superiority that he developed into a superstar. It's because of his personality. And that's what we love him for. The only thing the Joker wants is for his team to win. If he scores 5 points but the Nuggets get it up, that's fine for him. He also states that he only won the MVP because of his teammates, who always supported him. But sometimes not only one player develops into a great talent, but his whole family. There are father-son duos in the NBA that dominated throughout multiple eras. So check out this video about the greatest father-son duos in NBA history, since this one is over. Seriously, you can go now. There's nothing left to see here. What are you waiting for?